Hi, would you like to hear a poem? This is Biographies by Dorothy Parker from her first collection of poetry, Enough Rope. Available now, narrated by me on Audible. Now this is the story of Lucy Brown, a glittering jewel in virtue's crown. From earliest youth she aspired to please. She never fell down and dirtied her knees. She put all her pennies in savings banks. She never omitted her pleas and thanks. She swallowed her spinach without a squawk and patiently listened to teachers talk. She thoughtfully stepped over worms and ants and earnestly watered the potted plants. She didn't dismember expensive toys and never would play with the little boys. And when to young womanhood Lucy came, her mode of behavior was just the same. She always was safe in her home at dark and never went riding around the park. She wouldn't put powder upon her nose, and petticoats sheltered her spotless hose. She knew how to market and mend and sweep. By 10:15 she was fast asleep. In presence of elders she held her tongue, the way that they did when the world was young. And people remarked in benign accord, "You'll see that she gathers her just reward." Observe, their predictions were more than fair. She married an affluent millionaire, so gallant and handsome and wise and gay, and rated in Bradstreet at AA. And she lived with him happily all of her life, and made him a perfectly elegant wife. Now Marigold Jones, from her babyhood, was bad as the model Miss Brown was good. She stuck out her tongue at her grieving nurse. She frequently rifled her grandma's purse. She banged on the table and broke the plates. She jeered at the passing inebriates. As she tore all her dresses and ripped her socks, and shattered the windows with fair-sized rocks. The words on the fences she'd memorized. She blackened her dear little brother's eyes. She cut off her sister's abundant curls, and never would play with the little girls. And when she grew up, as is hardly strange, her manner of life underwent no change, but faithfully followed her childhood plan, and once there was talk of a married man. She sauntered in public in draperies, affording no secrecy to her knees. She constantly uttered what was not true. She flirted and petted and what have you, and tendered advice by her kind mamma. Her answer, I shudder to state, was blah. And people remarked in sepulchral tones, "You'll see what becomes of Marigold Jones." Observe, their predictions were more than fair. She married an affluent millionaire, so gallant and handsome and wise and gay, and rated in Bradstreet at AA. And she lived with him happily all of her life, and made him a perfectly elegant wife.